For the past couple of months, there's been a political civil war brewing in Canada over Trudeau's carbon tax, with 7 premiers opposing the tax and calling for Trudeau to put an end to it. Now, they've been joined by Justin's staunchest ally. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh is distancing the federal New Democrats from the Liberal government's heavily criticized carbon pricing policy, saying the much-debated consumer tax is not a necessity to address climate change. That would be the climate change that's not happening. The NDP leader's seeming about-face on the issue was highlighted during a speech he delivered at the Broadbent Institute's annual policy conference in Ottawa on April 11th. He described the Liberal carbon pricing plan as divisive, adding that it's targeting the wrong demographic. NDP support for carbon pricing dates back to the 2015 election campaign, when the party's platform included a countrywide cap-and-trade system. The New Democrats maintained their support for the Liberals' consumer carbon levy during the 2019 and 2021 campaigns as well. Despite his criticism of Mr. Trudeau's methods, which included the 23% carbon pricing increase on April 1st, from $65 to $80 per ton of emissions, Mr. Singh was vague about his own plan to tackle imaginary man-made global warming. Mr. Singh acknowledged his party does not have its full plan laid out, but told reporters after his speech that it would include big polluters paying their fair share and building unity with working people. A January survey found 26% of NDP voters described the tax as bad. By April, support for the carbon tax among NDP voters appeared to be on the decline, with the number of NDP supporters against the carbon tax jumping to 36%, according to the Toronto Star. This would mean, though, that a majority of NDP voters still support the tax. So why is Singh abandoning ship? Public opinion polls show Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre's affordability message has been resonating with voters, particularly among those 35 and younger, as well as those who identify as working-class Canadians, two demographics that have long been key sources of NDP support. Perhaps Singh is seeing the writing on the voter wall. Carbon pricing kicked off at $20 per ton in 2019 and will increase under Trudeau's plan by $15 per ton each year until it eventually reaches $170 per ton in 2030. Ottawa has described the tax as a necessity to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. I'll remind you that Trudeau's Liberals currently have a minority government. Their deal with the NDP to support their policies is the only thing that allows them to push through unpopular and, in many cases, illegal policies.